Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, good morning, and my name is Om, and thanks for sparing time on a weekend uh, and at an early hour, and we apologize for the same. And I was just hoping that few more people are going to join in, so I was asking for some 1 minute of time. So, anyways, so we can get started and let others join in while we are through the session. Uh, the Today's topic is Agile Digital HR transformation with Solstice SF1 Pro. I mean, that's something that we are going to cover. Why this topic? I mean, since last year we have been struggling with the COVID-19, and COVID-19, has disrupted the entire global economy and businesses. And business and economies run with people, and that is where human resources they come into picture because they are heart of any economy and any business. Okay, and with organization now on the road of recovery, the role of HR is becoming even more important than ever. And keeping this thought in mind, we thought we have set up this Discover Digital webinar series. And today we are happy to host the first episode of the webinar series for this year, that is 2021. And this goes by the topic, as you all know, Agile Digital HR Transformation with Solstice SF1 Pro. This is hosted by a team of experts from Solstice Middle East. And we are very much thankful to our guest speaker, who is Mr. Senthil. So, Senthil is from REEM Hospital, uh, Saudi Arabia. And I know you will all agree with me that the questions can be endless when it comes down to envisioning the future impact and the role of HR in post-COVID era. But one thing is certain, that the pandemic and its inherent effect on business would definitely affect today's workforce. And this actually is calling for a shift towards a new digital economy, and then hence an accentuated, I would say, importance on the HR is going to be a new normal. Now, before I invite a presenter or speakers for this session to present their insights on the topic, I would like to take time to introduce who we are. Now, we are Yash Technology. Now, Solstice ME is a part of Yash Technology. Yash Technology is a global technology consulting services provider, and is providing technology innovation and business strategy across the world. And Solstice Middle East, as I said, it's a division of Yash in the Middle East and Africa. And we are in Middle East, we are headquartered in Dubai, and we have a lot of local offices as well. And we have been serving marquee customer across the region. Now let us have a quick look at our speakers for today. And today we have Sarath. Now, Mr. Sarath Pangnamula, he is heading the HCM service line for Yash Technologies, and he has more than 25 years of experience in the field of human capital management and in as an industry experience as a whole. And he has managed global delivery teams I mean, be it large, complex, small, and he has been a pioneer in implementing technology-enabled HR and business solution for customers. So next we have in line Mr. Nagis Polu, who is a lead consultant for SAP SuccessFactors. He also has a decade of experience managing SuccessFactors projects. And we are glad to have our guest speaker, Mr. Santil Kumar Sanmungam from Reem Hospital. Santim has 2 decades of experience in the field of ERP systems. And with SAP, he has been a pioneer with SAP material management, and he has very strong knowledge of integration of the system in FICO. Okay. And he has wide and vast experience with planning, designing, implementing, and directing a variety of projects, especially for different industries. Okay. Now, I wanted to highlight few house rules. Today's webinar would be available on demand after the live session. considering the fact that this is COVID era and maybe some of us are working from home. If you are disconnected by any chance, don't worry. We would be still there live on this on the very same link, and you can reconnect back. And we have, as I said, we have Q&A round. We would be taking your questions and input. And on the GoToWebinar app, we have a question button. So you need to click on the question buttons and you can enter your questions, and we'll take all your questions at the end of the session. I would welcome Mr. Sarath. Sarath, can you please start?
Yeah. Thank you, Om. Very good morning to everyone. So thank you very much for taking our time and then joining us this webinar, today's webinar on the importance of Agile HCM solution, which is actually developed by and certified by SAP. So I'm going to take time, very about 10 minutes, quickly covering our, who we are actually. Part of it, Om has already covered it. So Yash and Soltius is one company. Soltius is the division of Yash Technologies, and we are 25 years old company, primarily system integrators. So we do all technologies, but our major strength is on SAP. So we have about 70% of our revenues come from the SAP business. We do all kinds of engagements in the SAP space, right? Whether it is an implementation or AMS, or be it is an upgrade, or the kind of trainings, and then all government of services specific to SAP is what we are specialized at. And we have the global partnership with SAP, as we are called as a global gold partner. And we are about 6,000 employee company and having about 40 plus companies, campuses globally. So we got a strong presence in each of the region, and that is what you will see on the following slide. And our global headquarters is Eastmoreland, which is in USA, part of the Illinois state. And we are partner of choice for more than 450 companies. Right from the company, which is like a John Deere, which is having more than 100 plus countries presence, and we are strategic partners. And there are many such kind of partners that we work with, and then help them in their business strategically, and integrating their systems, global systems, doing their rollouts, managing their applications. So that's what our expertise is. Can you move on to the next slide, Nagesh? Yeah, so Yash always believes in growing the customer. So wherever our customer need, we go to that space. So primarily we started our business when we started about 25 years ago. We actually had presence in USA and part of in India. India is where we had our largest development centers are located in Hyderabad and Indore and Pune primarily. And we have offices in USA, but over a period of last 25 years, as our business started growing, so we also expanded our local the presence, the various countries. So you see that USA we have presence more than 10 plus locations, and similarly when you look at UAE, we have presence in Dubai, we have presence in Abu Dhabi, and we also there in Cairo, Egypt, and Doha, and etc. And we also have a strong sales presence, the countries which are not mentioned out there, like Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, and then Oman, where you have a sales presence out there. And yeah, can you move on to the next slide? So this is something, on the success factor side, our capabilities and our expertise. So SAP Success Factors is, in fact, SAP took over this success factor in 2012. And in fact, Yash has got the expertise of more than 10 years plus, where well before SAP took over this company, we have the expertise in working on this application with various customers in the US region, especially way back in 2008 to 2009. That time itself. So what it means is that we have the strong expertise in-house, already available by the time SAP took over this success factor organization and started developing this further and integrating it into the SAP solution footprint. And we have our strong, experience and expertise across all the components of success factors, right from the Employee Central, which is a core module of success factors, and also across the talent modules like learning management, performance and goals and compensation. And we also have very good stories to talk about in each of these components or across all the business suite of success factors. So which in in further course of the session you'll get to know from my colleague Nagesh. And we do everything in the success factors side as a service. We extend the we do the implementations, we do integrations. We are integration specialists. Whether it is integrating with any kind of third-party application, using the native application integration, or using any other third-party tools. We can integrate success factors successfully, and also we are actually best partnered. We got a best partner award from SAP for success factors for our the service that we extend to our customers, and also our expertise that we developed over a period of time on the success factor side. So overall, about 150 consultants we have globally, and these consultants are located regional wise. I have more than 15 people located in the Dubai region, and they're supported by about another 60 people back in India. So as and when the customer requires, out of the 60 people, we also make them to fly them to Dubai or Saudi, whatever the project specific locations. The other people also do join the team, and then they deliver that solution and come back. So what it means is that we have a strong offshore development center, which is having the skill sets available, and they're always ready to travel kind of consultants. And these consultants, again, having multi-module experience and multi-module certifications, they have done more than, each one of them actually delivered more than 5 to 6 projects by this time. And they also have a strong local and regional experience. What it means is that any kind of localization aspects, they have the pretty good knowledge, and they can easily understand the business requirement, and then help them into the solution enablement. That is what the expertise that we carry. And the customer list, if you see on the bottom side, that's only very, very partial. And we have a huge customer list to talk about, especially the stories that you see each of these logo. Almarai, for example, which is Saudi Arabia based, having about 40,000 plus employees. And we done multiple phases of implementation of their success factors for the Almarai. The entire HR transformation from the on-premises to the cloud is handled by Yash and Soltius. So we did the phase-wise implementation for them. And recently they also went live with Employee Central for about 40,000 users, and it's been successful. And also for each of these logo here, I can share a story. So in the interest of time, I'm not touching that. But these are some of the logos that we work with in the Middle East region. Can you move to the next slide? And Yash is an organization is always customer-centric and the employee-centric focus. When it is a customer-centric, we acquired CMMI level 520 certification. So what it means is that we constantly look at our performance against the objectives that we set for the ourselves, and we keep on reaching out to our customers to take the regular feedback on our delivery, or how our consultants are engaged with them, and how successfully we delivered whatever we committed or a project engagement. This is a continuous process, and we do that very meticulously. And I have a pride of saying that that is one of, Yash is the only company that secured this kind of certification very early. And there are about globally 9 companies that secured, and we are one among them. That's also another pride that I would, feel. And similarly, from an employment standpoint, we always believe in the continuity of the service with the organization. So the way that we treat our employees is like our family, part of the family. And so we actually get a continuous, recognition that as Yash has a great company to work with. That's what the employees feel towards the organization. So what it means is that you actually get the employees engaged with any customer, so they have a long service, and it's not that you see a new phase in the organization every now and then. It's not the case. So we have very good the kind of culture of managing our employees and taking care of them very good. So these are the accolades. What you see continues. And the partner of choice, yeah. So Yash is a global company, and we have strong stories across the globe, not just specific to one region. And if you see the logos, let me directly focus on Middle East region. So we are part of Expo 2020. We have been helping them in many fronts, including their SAP solution, developing key solutions on the SAP side. And EGA, Emirates Global Aluminium, we are actually their AMS partner, and we have been working with them more than 9+ years. And then similarly, we have other customers in that region, and we work with Abu Dhabi Sports Council, where we are implementing SAP and SuccessFactors, and also Al Rastamani Group. So we can actually go on and on. We have a huge customer list. What you see is only a snapshot of it. And we also have a strong, similar kind of success stories across the globe in the other regions. Well, that's about the organization, who we are, and what we do. And let me get into today's topic, which is the Soltius SFOne Pro. And before actually Nagesh takes over that, the important thing is that 2020 have concluded, and now we see that the new norms are back. So coming back onto the topic, so today's topic, which is more of what are the kind of trends that currently the HR fraternity is facing as such. What is the need of the hour, and how they can actually overcome. So the kind of pandemic left us to actually identify the better things, especially taking care of the employees, the health, as well as the role in reskilling the employees. So there are many challenges that has actually left us. The 2020 left us, the pandemic, and then now 2021. The HR organizations are really looking into these challenges, and then how to really overcome that. That is what every HR organization or a HR leader is currently facing on. Now, not taking much of a time, I think today's topic, our solution, which is a digital HR solution for SuccessFactors SFOne Pro, how it is really going to help you to overcome these challenges. How a technology, if it is in the place, can help an organization to overcome these challenges and increase their overall the business revenues, and convert their business strategies into the outcomes. All that what you're going to hear from my colleague Nagesh. So Nagesh, probably you can take over from here.
Yeah, thank you, Sharad. Yes, those key trends are really interesting, and yes, people started seeing them happening. So before I start, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Nagesh Polu, SuccessFactors lead consultant at Soltius. I've been with Yash group of companies from past 13 years. I have implemented SuccessFactors core and talent modules to various clients in Gulf region and also across the globe. I'm a SuccessFactors professional certified, and I do hold a bunch of talent module certifications. So let me quickly jump into the session. So today we are here to talk about SAP best practices and how our Soltius SFOne Pro will help you to agile your digital transformation. The solution, it's like your go-getter. As you see on the screen, starting from today's session, starting from need of the hour to implementation approach, we'll be covering all the major topics to make you understand all about agile digital HR transformation with our SFOne Pro. Firstly, I'll speak about need of the hour. Then we'll see the current challenges organizations facing while initiating their HR digital transformation journey. And we will also see, the list of expectations from our prospects or customers. Let me tell you, when I say list of expectations or challenges, it means these are all handpicked. We had a lot of conversations with, good number of organizations in the region, especially in the Middle East, before we started, building our SFOne Pro journey. We will then talk about implementation approach, where we'll walk through the process of implementing a magic solution. Finally, as usual, the timelines will tell you how long does it take us to get your system ready. Don't miss this part. I promise you, this is really a game changer. And we also have a great case study coming up. And likewise, before we conclude, we will have a good interactive session with all of you. We will take all the questions and we will try to help you understand the solution as much as possible. All right, the need of the hour. So, whenever we speak like the modern HR landscape or the HR digital transformation, the modern HR landscape is changing at a rapid pace, right? I hope everyone is with us on this point. And when we say the need of the hour, here we are going to talk about the importance of digitalizing your HCM. But why is this the right time to do it? There are a number of reasons, but first and foremost, seeing the rapid changes in the HR processes. You should be able to cope up the current global talent for which we are seeing, many companies facing the heat. When I say, when it comes to recruiting, then acquiring the employee, and the most important, yes, retaining the critical talent in these times. We are all in a new world, right? Where companies are competing on a new battlefield. Like gone those days where the competition is just related to your profits and losses. No, the reason behind is the employee expectations are changing day by day, rapidly. And directly or indirectly, I crystally say that, the pressure of employee engagement is equally affecting the growth of an individual as well as the organization. Hence, you can say, companies started opting HR technological solutions. So when I say companies are opting, you might start thinking, can we digitalize our HR processes? Of course. So as long as you have company with a minimum of 20 to 25 employees, yes, that's it. Have a formal IT or a HR department in place, whatever you call you need to have a clear goal, with a good database of your employees. That's it. As I said, 20 to 20, that is more than enough to kickstart your digital transformation. No organization, really need to have great qualifications whenever they, have a plan of digital transformation. But then we see many companies qualifying for the same, still see, the IT teams or the HR spokes where we met and whom we met had list of challenges they foresee and the expectations even they were too many. Let us see what challenges they have in adopting the HR transformation or initiating your digital journey. First and foremost, as we all see, we have been seeing people talking about affordability, the main agenda for the HR digital transformation. So many organizations, they feel it's a costly affair adopting innovation. And if they are ready to adopt, then, they started facing challenge, like who would be the best partner. And even though they were able to find a best partner, the estimates were going beyond their IT budgets or going beyond their expecting, implementation timelines, which was, one of the major reasons to shelve the digital journey. We weren't all surprised, as we have been coming from past year, we have seen many projects shelved on just because lack of budget or the expecting implementation timelines were heavily, just impacting the organization. Then taking these challenges into consideration, we then extended our interview and requested them to provide a list of all the expectations they have or the necessities they have. They feel they need before moving to the cloud. Like the digital transformation. The first point, as I say, most of the customers we met convey that we partners should come up with a fixed cost solution, that should fit into their budgets. And keeping the budgets aside, customers are looking for a solution where they'll be able to pick what they need as per the current requirement, or you can call it a current scenario. And not again, once they pick the module in the current scenario, and it should be that should help them to extend the system in future. It's not like we implement and that's it. No, they're clearly looking for the system where they can always expand the system in the future as the company grows, Also, they were also looking for a solution that can be implemented and they can jumpstart the transformation project within no time. Well, to be precise, what we understood from the interviews from the HR spokes or the IT teams, the solution should be ready in no time accompanying their budgets, and the most important, to be able to leverage their existing landscape with the new solution. There are scenarios where people are they're on their third-party payroll system, they are on the ERP side and all, so they want to leverage their existing landscape, with the new solution. So from knowing all these expectations and a lot of challenges, we carved out something really good, that fits your need. So, right, let me take a privilege, to introduce our SAP Qualified Prepackaged Solution, Soltius SFOne Pro. The Pro version of our SFOne Pro is now powered by People Analytics Report Story Edition, which means not just digitalizing your HR process, but our solution will also help you to improve the decision making. And yes, you'll have a live dashboards where you can always keep a track of, happenings in the company and on the employee engagement. Great, right? I can tell you, this solution is second to none. As I said earlier, we considered each and every minute point of yours, and yes, this is your go-getter. So let's keep the ball rolling. Now, let me talk about the value proposition we are bringing with our SFOne Pro. The SFOne Pro comes with, as you see on the screen, with a pre-configured content for core HR and all your talent management modules. A pre-configured best practices instance comes with a fixed scope that can be extended at any given point of time. And this has been built in with data migration templates. We have predefined test scripts and whatnot, even we are ready with the training accelerators. So which gives us to do a speed deployment, and automatically it will reduce your overall costs and implementation timelines. Let me, show you how a typical SFOne Pro implementation looks like. How long does it take, to deploy by module or entire suite? So typically, as you see on the screen, the timeline is around 6 to 14 weeks, depending on the module you pick. For instance, as you see on the screen, you pick the core HR, Employee Central, it will take around 8 to 10 weeks, followed by Talent Set. It would take around 6 to 8 weeks per module, which means your system is ready within no time. Cool stuff, right? So, and you might start thinking now, if we select all the modules, is it like we need to combine all the timelines, which is again going beyond your expectations? No. Based on your requirements, your comforts, we will plan the implementation sequence, which means we will implement required modules parallelly. Better, let me put an example here. As you see on the screen, Employee Central, it takes around 10 weeks. And if you see performance and goals, is around 6 to 8 weeks. And both respective modules, experts will start working parallelly. And by end of your 10th week, boom, you'll have your both modules live. It's that simple. So we have a solution. You're ready. How do we deploy? Let's see the implementation approach we take, while implementing Soltius SFOne Pro. We follow SAP best practices. We leverage SAP Activate methodology with some minute changes, so that it can fit into your requirement. As you see on the screen, the project, again, like any other project, starts from preparation, then to realization. Realization is the place where we will configure your minute, your minimum customizations, and then the solution is ready. The big day go live within no time. Let me keep it very simple. We activate the solution. You'll be testing end to end. As soon as you're done, your system is ready. It's that simple. So in a nutshell, whenever we talk about SFOne Pro, it gives an opportunity to start anywhere and go everywhere, as is a cloud solution, which is like, you pick any module or you pick entire suite. You can select one module now, experience it, then based on the requirement, you can keep extending, That's why we call it a intelligent HR transformation with Soltius SFOne Pro. So our story so far, we did around 50 plus implementations. Our user base has a few user base, we had 1,000 plus users. The lowest was 25 employees. And again, as I said, remember, just have 20 to 20 plus employees. Yes, you're ready to go for digital transformation. And as we spoke earlier, the typical timeline is around 6 to 14 weeks, depending on your module. Now, let me take privilege, So we have, I mean, we said like, we did the 50 plus implementations. Our lowest was 25 plus users, right? So now let me take privilege introducing Mr. Sendil Kumar from REEM Hospital, who joined us today to share the success story. REEM selected us as a partner of choice and gave the opportunity to implement success factors. Our team has implemented SFOne Pro. So let me pass the floor to Mr. Sendil. Sendil, once again, thank you so much for joining this webinar today. Thank you, Sendil. Yeah, Sendil, the floor is yours.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm Sendil Kumar, working in REEM Hospital. It is located in REEM Island, Abu Dhabi. It's part of one of the hospitals from Reimagining group. Reimagining is our managing partner. Reimagining is a healthcare provider, European-based company, which is in Austria. And recently we have started our operations in UAE, and this is our refreshed implementation on SAP SuccessFactors as well as the ERP system. The SuccessFactors modules, we have implemented 3 modules as in the beginning: recruitment, onboarding, and employee central is the core. When we started the project for the SuccessFactors implementation, that time pandemic period started, and everything we were discussing through the internet, through Skype or whatever it is, and we were given the requirement, and the implementation started, and within a month time our recruitment module went live. Because this is our top priority to go with, because our HR department was struggling to do the recruitment. There were a lot of manual process. Earlier we didn't use any HR systems. This is our manual activity. So recruitment team has to work for each and everything, and we have to communicate the people, and we have to collect the database through our Google page or something, which is taking a lot of time. Once we go on with the implementation, it is easy for our recruitment team, and the interviews can be arranged through the SuccessFactors system, and the follow-up was very fast, and the rating also can be given by the interviewers, and within a short period we can release the offer and the employee can join very fast. And we have the link with LinkedIn, online websites. Link through the LinkedIn, candidates can apply, and they will be, as soon as they apply, the HR will be notified, and they can go through, and they can move faster on the recruitment process. After this implementation, actually we reduced a lot of man hours. We reduced almost 20 to 25 days on the recruiting, onboarding the people, because it is very faster, and employees can join easily, and they can share all the documents or system, the SuccessFactors systems, for our onboarding process. And whenever we want to send any email communication for any specific person, if there is any urgent requirement and the people who wants to join early, we can send bulk email from the systems within a fraction of times. So it will reach n number of people who has applied for a specific position. It can be triggered in a fraction of a second. And the 3 modules, employee centrals for recruitment, onboarding, and the employee centrals, are completely integrated, and all the 3 modules being implemented within 12 weeks. 3 months we went live with the employee central for more than 140 employees within 3 months. This employee central also, we have all automated process, nothing is manual. And we have a lot of dashboards and to-do alerts and approval process. Everything will be through the system. If there is any request on a salary certificate or salary advance or any kind of request, will be through the system along with the workflow approval process. It will go to the, it will notify the concerned people, and the department heads can go ahead and the work will be done faster. The alerts is the important one in the employee central system. Whenever our visa or passports are getting expired within the specific period, the system will send the notification to concerned department peoples, and concerned department peoples and people can get the solution very easily in a quicker way. Now, can you move to the next page, please?
Yeah. So again, like Sindhil, let me also announce, you are one of the first customers in Middle East region who has implemented onboarding 2.0 solution. We took it as a privilege. As I said, thank you very much. You gave us the opportunity to implement SuccessFactors, and let me again, thank you on behalf of Yash and Soltius management, for giving. Yeah, you can hear me, right? So yes, I also, let me thank you on behalf of Yash and Soltius management for giving us the opportunity. And so before we move ahead to take your questions, let me thank you all for joining the session, and hope, most of the queries have been covered throughout the webinar. As I said, if you still have any questions, you can always reach us. You can email us for any information you require on SFOne Pro, or even if you need a quick demo, yes, we are always ready. Thank you, and thank you once again. Om, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nagesh. And we also have another, session or a track of question and answer. So I would request every participant, although I can see a couple of questions. So I would request everyone to just type in your questions into the question section, which you can find in the bottom of your GoToWebinar app. In the meantime, I'll take this opportunity to share, just a second, to share a quick video. Yeah, thank you, Nagesh, and thank you all. And you have been a very cooperative audience. And I'll just quickly summarize what we all have covered. We still have some time wherein we are going to take few of your questions. And before we move on to the questions, I would like to do a quick poll. And here I go. Just give me a second. Yes. Just look out on your screen for a poll question. Hope you are able to hear me. So I can take this opportunity while people are filling out the poll details. So let me take this opportunity to summarize what we all have discussed. We started off with a high-level introduction of us by Sarath, and he spoke about what the practice does and what are the key challenges and current trends in the HR space. And next, Nagesh gave us a high-level overview of the package solution that we have brought in, which is going to definitely help us in easing processes and make things much more streamlined in the HR space itself. And then we actually were very glad to get one of our customers, that is Reem Hospital, Mr. Senthil from Reem Hospital, to talk about his experience. And finally, we also were able to show you a video, a use case video, which is talking about a typical scenario that happens in the HR space, and with the help of a package solution or a digital HR solution like SFOne Pro, how those challenges are being addressed. Now, with this, I move on to the next round, which is the question and answer. Now, I'm going to take a few questions. So, Nagesh and Sarath, Senthil would be there in the panel to answer the questions. So with regard to our panel, respective panel, just feel free to pitch in and take the question as I spell them out. So here we go with the first question that says, can I start with a single function or a module? For example, if we want only to implement the LMS. Okay. So Nagesh, would you want to jump in and then answer this?
Yes, so yeah, absolutely. As I said, using SFOne Pro, you can always choose one module. As I said, you can pick LMS, experience it. Later part, you can always extend. Again, when I say extend, for instance, you pick a LMS and we did, best practices solution. Again, even on LMS part, you can always extend the module. On best practices, we have few things. Again, if you want to customize, yes, at any point of time, we are ready to customize, and the solution is customizable. Like later you can pick all the modules, or later part you can always combine LMS with the entire SF suite.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess that answers the question. And next, okay, so next I would like to take the next question. It goes by, can it be integrated with my existing HR system, that is SAP ERP or SAP payroll? Nagesh, once again, you are the
Yes, yes, absolutely. As you said, we have gone through the case study, right, where Mr. Sendil explained all the processes which they got implemented. Even at a Reem hospital, we have SAP ERP, and they chose SuccessFactors as their HRIS solution, where we integrated with the current SAP ERP. So that is always possible, where you can maintain your employee master data on SuccessFactors, and then you can push the employee master data to your SAP ERP.
absolutely
Employee master and leave management in SuccessFactors, and
yes,
payroll execution in ERP system, and it will employees can see the payslip in SuccessFactors. This is integration here.
all right.
Thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you, Senthil, and thanks, Nagesh. I'll also ask a similar question, which is a little bit connected, not exactly the same. Yes, we have a question that says, tell me about leave, loan, and payroll, and ESS. Is it available? So that's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah, so as I said, just now you heard Sindhil, speaking about leave balances. Yes, whenever you speak leave, the time management can be completely operated in SuccessFactors, where you can allow employees to apply their time off. The same, the balances or the leaves can automatically push to your existing ERP systems. And on the loans, yes, we have something called advances and directions, where you can give your employees a facility, to apply an advance, or you can always, track the loan, what is their monthly installments and all. And coming to payroll, yes, I mean, you can pick, I mean, EC payroll is something which is not part of best practice, but still we have a payroll solution on the EC part, or else what you can do is you can pick all Employee Central and integrate with your existing payroll system as well, where you can have your leave balances and everything floating from SuccessFactors, and the calculation will happen on your third party. Or else you can always pick Employee Central payroll system, where it is where it will be tightly integrated with Employee Central system.
Right. Thank you so much, Nagesh. I have a question for Sarath. Now, here we have somebody who are already there in Oracle, and he's asking, would it be able to replace Oracle HRMS, or will it be like you just integrate it with certain forms at a DB level? And would it be wise to disconnect Oracle HRMS completely and then replace it with the SAP with the SuccessFactor? And further, I mean, in addition to this question, so he's inquiring about what is the cost factor for implementing the core HR, recruitment, performance, all the modular things, performance management, leaves, as a whole.
Sure. Thank you. I think there's two different questions. I will definitely answer both. So the first thing is the Oracle HRMS. Yes, this is completely replaceable with the SuccessFactor solution, which is a cloud solution. And in fact, we had a customer story in Middle East. One of the customer where they had actually Oracle HRMS, so they replaced that with the SuccessFactor HRA solution. And today they are a happy customer, and we can actually make them to talk as we progress our dialogue on this engagement, if you are interested. And yeah, the kind of modules that are there available in SuccessFactors, including the talent, and the top of it, you've got the mobile features enabled, and also you have the social platform for connecting the employees, like any other social platform, like Facebook or Twitter, that sort of social networking thing. It's called JAM, which is also being implemented in the organization, and the employees are connected with that. And then further, it's a kind of the package solution what they have chosen, and we implemented that in very short time. And then also some piece of Oracle they retained, for example, the payroll part they have actually remained, and the rest of the HR pieces they have wanted to be pushed onto the SuccessFactors. So that's what we exactly did, implemented and then integrated with the Oracle. So for a payroll purpose. So this is what we delivered, and we can definitely get engaged with you and understand your complete the roadmap, and when we can definitely help you on that. And number two, with regard to the cost perspective, right? So this package solution, what we developed and what we got certified by SAP, has got two variants: the basic and this, which we also call it as standard, and the other one is the extended. The standard is comes with the basic features, and the extended has got little more additional features, like you buy a car with the two different variants, right? The basic and the full suite kind of thing. So that's how these variants comes with. So we need to understand what exactly you would like to go for it, and based on the component that you choose, the cost is already predefined and the timelines are also fixed. So we can immediately let you know. We can share that with you, based on that communication. So we can engage further dialogue with you to understand that and provide you over the interaction itself, what kind of cost it looks like.
So we'll take one last question and then we'll wind up the session. Yeah. So what is the level of localization that is offered by SFOne Pro? Does the system have capabilities in Arabic language?
Yeah, I would like to take this. Yes, on the localization part as well. So as we said, the SFOne Pro has been built upon SuccessFactors solution. We took the basic solution and then we leveraged all our experience. We have implemented more than 30 plus customers in Middle East region. We know what exactly they need. We created all the localizations in the system which are ready made. It's just plug and play. And again, as we said, we are always ready for minute customizations. And yes, on the locales, system is always available. You can have English, you can have English UK, you can have Arabic. There are almost 40 plus languages the system will support.
Thank you so much, Nagesh. every good thing has to come to an end. And today's session has been very interactive. And then we heard, insightful and excited, insightful speakers who have so much of deep level of experience with success factor, human capital management, as well as how to get it digitized. So I'm sure that this is certainly help everyone to derive meaningful direction and guidance in deciding on solving the key challenges in the HR space. And with this, I would like to invite Sarad to just give a vote of thanks and do the wrap up.
Thank you, Om, and I would really want to thank every participant of the session taking out their precious time and joining the session. I'm sure this has given a very high level of information about the kind of challenges, HR challenges, typically in the current year, and also the upcoming challenges, and how the technology aspects can be leveraged to manage and meet those challenges. Once again, I thank you everyone for taking out time and joining us this morning. Thank you very much. Have a great time and stay safe.